Hello everyone, Eggchen here. I luckily saved footage of the previous Dawntrail benchmark and wanted to do a before and after side-by-side comparison video. Throughout the video, I will be holding some frames and will be making commentary throughout the benchmark to help give some valuable insight. There will also be moments of silence for you to take a look for yourself and decide what you think about the comparison. I probably have seen Egg's face more than anyone else, so in a way, I feel more qualified than most to give my opinion. A small disclaimer as we begin. The two benchmarks are run with the exact same settings, which is maximum default settings at a 4K resolution running at 165Hz. I'm running a 13th gen Intel i9-13900 at 3GHz. I am using a GeForce 4090 video card and I have 64GB of DDR4 RAM. I'm also using an nv.me SSD drive. You can find the rig I used below in the comments, and any purchases made through those affiliate links will help the channel. With that said, the two scores are significantly different and the video may appear out of sync, but rather than resync it every few seconds, I felt it was perhaps important to see how much faster the new bench ran versus the old. It is still easy to compare side by side as they never go much more than a second apart. Let's go ahead and take a look. In this opening shot, you can clearly see that the right seems lighter overall, and I can see that the area around my eyes look less tired. That was a big complaint of mine when the original bench released, was that Eggs looked so old and tired. In some respects, he is about 10 years older now, and I had already come to terms with it before they talked about adjusting the graphics. This next frame I really want to examine. I can tell that the hair did change some. It looks a little smoother and more feather-like. It's the way they blended the hair texture. The hair looks finer, thinner, and I would say more natural. Most of the environments we are looking at look almost the same, and they very may well be. But one noticeable difference that I can see is the fog or distance blur that they added for further objects. Artistically speaking, it's probably for the better because you should see less the further out something is. These combat scenes here are moving so quick, I can't really see too much of a difference. Again, with these combat scenes, it's hard to make out any fine details. On this freeze frame holding the little map, you can see more detail around the mouth, and the lip color is clearly different. I'd also say there's a little bit of visible definition on the beard in the new bench versus the old. There is a frame here I want to take a look at right before the limit. This is a point where I'm not sure if the new look is better than the old. Granted that this isn't the exact same frame, you can see that the lighting differences is definitely making the new bench egg look much more evil and dark and almost as if he has dirt on his face. This is one of the few images where I'm not sure which one I prefer. This is the last still frame I really want to examine with you guys. You can see a little more definition around the bridge of the nose, eyes, and left cheek here. There are some pros and cons with this, and I want to give some final thoughts before wrapping this video up. I do feel like with the old bench and graphics, it's the case of the hot chick from far away, and up close you still don't see much definition, so she gets a pass. Whereas for the new bench and graphics, from far away it looks amazing, but as you get closer, depending on the angle or lighting, you can really tell the age of the creature, or how many drinks they've had that night. Overall, my verdict is that the new bench and graphics are better, but still could use some fine tuning. I really do want to hear your guys' opinions as well. Feel free to comment or tell me how your character turned out. A quick message before I say goodbye. If you like this content and would like to see more of it, consider supporting the channel by signing up to my Patreon or clicking the thanks button below. Another free and easy way to support the channel is just by hitting like or subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.